Okay, hi everyone. So welcome to ASR Academy. So as I told you, so in this video I will be explaining the topic related to corrosion. This is చాలా important topic. One of the important topic in this chapter. They may have asked you many times in the exam is corrosion. For 2 marks or even for the 4 marks, they will be asking some activities. Definitely ఏదో క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతారు corrosion, how to prevent it. Okay, so what is corrosion? Rusting of iron or tarnishing of silver or green coating copper or bronze on the copper and bronze. Okay, you will be going to get rusting of iron. You may have seen rusting of iron or tarnishing of silver fade or green coating on copper and bronze. So that is nothing but example of corrosion. So here we have an activity. So here this is an important activity. He may ask you many times in the exam. The aim of the activity is you can say corrosion, an experiment to find the cause of corrosion on coach. So here they have taken a 3 clean iron nails in each of the test tube. 3 test tubes ఉన్నాయి 1 2 3 and they have taken a clean iron nails. So in that they have labeled the test tube as A B C. It is చాలా important activity, just listen. Okay, so they have labeled them as an A B C. You have in 3 test tubes A, B, C. So pour boiled distilled water in the test tube B. So they have taken pure distilled water and then they have added 1 ml of oil. Okay, and then after oil, the oil will float on the water and prevent the air from dissolving in the water. So air and water that cannot be mixed up because we have a layer of oil. So then they will be using a cork. So they are using some anhydrous calcium chloride in the test C. Anhydrous calcium chloride and salt. They are using some salt which will be absorb the moisture from the air. Okay, they have keeps in the test tube B. In the test tube A, they have just pour some water and they have just lock the test tube with the cap closer. Okay, then so now he's asking, so if you leave these 3 test tubes undisturbed for few days, so in which test tube you will be find the rusting of iron. So you will observe that in the iron nail rusting test tube is A. అంటే A లో మనకు rusting ఉంది, B and C లో మనకు rusting ఉంది, because in the test tube A the nail is get exposed with air and water. So that is only the cause of rusting. But the test tube B, the nail is only exposed with only water, not with air. So that is the reason why it did not get rusting. In the C, we have an exposed with dry air. Okay, they are using some anhydrous calcium chloride salt, so which will be absorbing all the moisture. So that is the reason why it has a dry air. So rusting doesn't cause. So now you have to tell that when an article or some conditions under which the iron get rust. So metal corrosion is a metal losing of metals or losing of electrons generally to the oxygen, resulting in the formation of oxide. So corrosion of an iron is commonly known as rusting of iron, which is done in the presence of water and air. So corrosion of a quite complex, but it may be a consider of essential electrochemical phenomena. During the corrosion of the particular spot of a surface object made of an iron oxidase takes place, the spot behave an anode. And they are explaining the process of rusting in a deep. Suppose they have a particular spot of an object of an iron, adi oxidization aitadi and they get converted into anode. So we can write this reaction, iron plus 2 ante 2 electrons remove అయిపోయినాయి, 4 electrons sorry ikkada. So electron release in a anodic spot, move through the electron and go to another spot. అంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి electrons remove అయిపోయి వేరే spot కి వెళ్ళిపోతాయి. Okay, and reduce oxygen in the spot's presence, so H plus ions and the carbon dioxide from the air into the water and moisture condition atmosphere. So hydrogen ion in the air also may be available in the due to the dissolution of other acidic. The spot behave like a cathode and reaction. So overall ఏమైతుంది, atmospheric oxygen iron మీద affect పడితే they will come out into the rust. This is a method they will be not asking, but you just remember that from the particular spot some electrons get removed, they get deposited in some other place. The spot which from where the electrons get removed, so again they get attracted with the hydrogen ఉంటుంది కదా వాటర్లో. సో అదే ఒక ప్రాసెస్ ఉంటుంది, క్యాథోడ్ okay, dissolution process. So during that we'll get a rusting. So now he may ask you what are the prevention of corrosion. So prevention of corrosion is a prime important, because we have to save the money, and also important to prevent the accidents such as bridges అవన్నీ iron తో ఉన్నాయి కదా, సో కొలాప్స్ కాకుండా ఏం చేయాలి, సో how can you prevent? Okay, so first thing, we should not prevent the metallic objects with contact with atmosphere. They should not be contact with the atmosphere. This is the first process. Second one is this can be done only covering the surface with the paint. So that is the reason why we will be using some chemicals like bisphenol in the painting. Okay, we will be using paint, or another simple method is cover the surface of with other metal. You may have learned in this electroplating method also. In the 7th class you may have learned this. Okay, galvanization antar. Okay, covering the one metal with another metal is galvanization process. Next, electrolysis method to provide electrolytes and other methods. They have some next we will be learning about the alloy. So alloy is a method of improving the properties of metals. Okay, so we get despite properties by this method. For example, iron is the most used metal, but it is never used in pure states. So iron is never used to make the articles in the pure state, because the iron is very soft and stretch, so easily we get heat. So but if you mix some amount of carbon, it become hard and strong. So when iron is mixed with nickel and chromium, we get stainless steel, which is not get rust, which are using at your kitchen. So stainless steel ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది నిక్కిల్ క్రోమియం ఐరన్తో కలుస్తాయి. సో ప్యూర్ గోల్డ్ ఈజ్ అరౌండ్ 24 carat, which is very soft. So it is not suitable for making the jewelry. So that is the reason they will be either adding silver or copper to make the jewelry or gold as an hard. So that is generally in India we have a 22 carat gold which used to make the ornaments. So it means that 22 part of the pure gold is alloys with the 2 parts. Total 24 ఉంటాయి కదా, so 2 parts we have an alloy and 22 parts of the gold. Okay, this is the end of the chapter. So if you go for last, okay, just do what we have learned points ఉన్నాయి కదా, ఇవి కూడా చదువుకోండి. So metallic compounds occurrence. Okay, I will just in the last minute video I will be just starting the video from the topic which you have learned in this chapter and what is the important, because ఈ chapter లో క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్సర్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయి కదా అవి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. Okay, keep watching.